Okay, here another video on using the path effects and using the interpolate. So what I want to show you is say this flower and you want to create certain effects. I will create a circle here and I should zoom in a little more. I only have a stroke. Now I will deselect. I will go and create a second tiny circle. Now I will go and use the select tool and select it with the other circle and then go path combine, and then what we want to do is we want to create a path effect. So we go to path effects, and then we click on the plus. Oh, my path effect is showing up in on my other monitor. I'll drag it over and we will go and look for the interpolate subpath and we will add that effect. Now we can, in this path effect window, we can set the number of steps that we want to add. We can increase that number by as many lines as we want. I'll put it at 10 just to keep it fairly visual. And say if we are satisfied there, we can also add one more effect, and then the one what we can use is the lattice deformation. As you can see in the effect panel, it is showing up over there, but nothing seems to be showing up on the screen here. But as soon as you go to the edit path by node, now you have the lattice deformation window showing up. And I'll scroll in a little more, and now you can move these nodes around, so you can create a different effect. So, and the more lines you have, the more visual. I can go and increase that one for a moment. Let's leave it at 15. And then we go back to the lattice deformation again. And now we can move these nodes around so you can create a different effect. As you can see, the density on the one side is now bigger than on the other side. And so you can move that to wherever you want. The outside edges you can move around, and this can be used in different applications. I've seen some really nice designs. Say I've seen it on done with a fish is using all running stitches, and this person, she was drawing in all the lines by hand. But you can also use the interpolate subpath and the lattice deformation to create a lot of these effects. And that's why I'm just making this video to show you how it also can be used. So I say we are satisfied with how that one looks. Then what we have to do is we have to go path and then we have to go and break apart. So now they become all individuals. I should go and open the objects panel here, and I'll okay, there you can see now we have for each line there is a path, like the way before the edit undo the break apart. There you can see that was only one path, and now I'll go and path. Oh, what happened there? Edit, undo. Okay, now it looks like we're back at it again. Yeah, now we have it back again. Okay, so then we go, there you can see the path, it's only one path. But if we're gonna run the extensions, it will give us problems. So then what we'll do is, now we'll have to go path and break apart. And now you can see each line has become its own path. Then what we want to do is, if we want to have it as a running stitch, we'll go and select all the paths, and then we have to go to the fill and stroke. It is, and we have to change it to a dashed line. So now we have them all as a dashed line. As you can see, that's a dashed line. Then what we want to do is, since this is in a circle and the starting point, they should all be at the same spot, that should all work out fine. We can go and try it. Oh, I should go and lock my image for a moment. Edit, undo, move. I'll go and lock my image, so I will not go and drag that out of the way. And then we'll go extension. Oh, have to select the layer, extension, ink stitch, troubleshoot objects. Okay, so that is because I have the image selected. Shift, extension, ink stitch, params. Oh, it's all showing up in my other, and there you can see it was all showing up in my other window, so I just dragged it over, and there you can see I'll do a restart here for a moment. And there you have an effect that the one side is more dense than the other side. So I'll go and quit this one, and I'll close that one. I'll delete here the troubleshoot, delete. Okay, now we can go to the pink areas, and then I'll zoom out a touch here. Now what I will do is I will go and draw a line there, and I'll draw a line here, and now I will go and apply the same effect again. Path effect, I go plus, and interpolate. Oh my, that one is in the way. Oh, sorry, I forgot one thing. This will not work yet because I have to select each one of them. So select them together, path, combine. Now we can go and apply the effect. And now we can go and set how many lines we want. And if you want to have some changes done, if you go to the node select, now we can also, I should go and go to my image for a moment and set, oh, set the opacity down a little, then it becomes a little more visible. So now I go to the node select tool, and now I can manipulate the nodes to create different effects or line it up with my shape. If I want to have it even closer there, and there too again, if we want to add more, we can just click that and we can go and add more steps. So you can make as many steps as you want. Then also, if you want to create the other effect, also then you can add the lattice deformation again, and you can create density more on one side than on another side. But you will also see it will change a little bit on the edges, but it is depending on what you want. And here, to create the bottom, to move that up a little, all you need to do is play with your nodes, and you can drag some of it out of the way, and it will be going toward the bottom at the end anyway, to in the objects panel, because we want to have this zone in behind the center circle. So, and once we are satisfied with the look, then what we'll go and do is we go and path and break apart. So now we have as many paths again as there are lines. Then we can go and select them all. We can change the color. We can change the, so what we want first, what we want to do is change the fill and stroke to make that a running stitch again. And now we come to a point, it would be good to go and also group them, because that way uh, it is easier to find all your individual lines back. After a while, it can become quite confusing if you're getting too many, because there are so many paths altogether. So I would go and group them, and then you can go and find them in your group. Then what we want to do is, in order to get it showing out without really big jumps, because they would all be starting from one side, I can go and show that extension, ink stitch, params. I'll have to drag the window over. As you can see, it is jumping from one end and then starting the next line on the next one. So what we want to do is we want to go and change the direction of the lines. And then what we do is we'll go and select every other one in that group. Oh, I'm not in the group. Okay, I have to watch that I'm in the right group. Select that one, control click. And now I should have every other one selected. And as you can see on the screen too, you see the direction arrows of the paths selected. Now I will go and go path and go reverse. And that will change the direction of these paths. And now we can go and we should be able to test it. We can go extension, ink stitch, params. Oh, it's constantly showing up on my other screen. And there you can see, there you have the long jump stitches. They have disappeared because now it is just jumping either on the bottom or on the top with just a small jump stitch. So, and then it will depend on your density, what you're gonna set up, on how big or how small those jumps are gonna be. And then if you want to continue the flower, then you can just like that, you can go and select the whole group and then go and duplicate and drag it over. Oh, I should zoom out and then click on it once more. Then you can rotate it for the next one. Line it up. And then, so that is right away, that's also a group. And those are in a group. And these, so that is the center. We should almost go and put those in a group also. And right click and group. And then if you want to go and create an outline, a satin outline, a little satin outline around it, you would just have to uh, draw a new line, or you can go and make a copy of the outside ones and then join the path on the top and on the bottom. So there's different ways that you can go about it. And there too again, we can go and select that one again, duplicate, oh, that was moving the center point. Oh, I guess I still have snapping on. And then duplicate. There are different ways that you can go and move them around. You can also go and move the center point of rotation and oh, and then drag them over and then drop them. And so there's all kinds of ways of how you can make your copies and line them up. But I'll do it this way here for a moment. Okay, and now we want to have the center group. We want to have that one moved up to the top. Oh, so then bring that to the move to the top. And now let's go and have a look and see how everything is selected. Extension, ink stitch, params. And there you have a flower created with a few of the effects. Okay, hope this can help you in some digitizing, and have fun with it and play around with it. It's unbelievable what kind of looks it can give. Okay, thanks for watching and have fun with it.